Hey everyone, welcome to this daily Sidereal Astrology forecast. This is for Tuesday, August 20th, 2019. All right, so today, no major aspects going on. It's actually quite a quiet week here astrologically. But today the moon is still in receptive Pisces, so the theme is great for that cultivation of really having more acceptance with things in our life, and through that finding a bit of that inner peace, inner stillness. Really good time for rest, spirituality, creativity, all these sort of more receptive approaches to life. So with this, we do have Mercury trining Jupiter going into tomorrow. So this part of the week could be really good for more broadened perspectives on things. Mercury's how we're thinking and communicating, and Jupiter expands, right? So it could be about broadened things, maybe feeling a bit inspired, open-minded, really good for philosophical or abstract thoughts and communications. So very harmonious with these things going into tomorrow. Other than that, just some minor lunar aspects. So let's go and take a look at all of this, as well as a quick weekly recap in more detail when we return. All right, so here is the sky for this Tuesday. And again, we are using the actual size of the constellations as seen in the visible sky. So if you are new to the channel, and especially if you notice some of the signs that I'm mentioning are different from mainstream astrology, be sure to check out that link down below for more information on true sidereal astrology. All right, so let's take a look here at the moon finishing watery Pisces. This has been the theme since Sunday. And so really good for that more accepting nature. As we bring in more of that acceptance, we can start to see the ebbs and flows of life, how there is this greater cosmic dance, if you will, or divine process in which things unfold. And that's not always exactly what we're wanting or doing necessarily, but we can align to that. And as we kind of align to that more cosmic flow, let's say, it does bring in more of that attunement to that. And in fact, things that do require action and initiative, still active things, can have a bit more of that flow and receptive side to it, because it is still the heightened part of the lunar cycle. We did just have that full moon last Thursday, and so that would have been a time of coming to some awareness, maybe making some shifts and changes along the lunar month. And so we're still in this very heightened energy. And so this part of the week is great for continuing to move things forward in regards to anything that has shifted or that you become aware of since the full moon last Thursday. All right, so no major aspects going exact here today, but I do want to do a quick weekly recap, and we'll talk about some of this energy we'll start to feel a bit tomorrow with Mercury and Jupiter. But the recap is the fact that with this watery theme of the day, we do have this fiery theme of the month. And this has been the Sun, Venus, and Mars, and soon to be Mercury, in fiery Leo, which has been about a little over a week now with the Sun and Venus. So with this type of energy, while again today's great for receptivity, still good for having some fun, some playfulness, some creative energy. Leo's all about self-expression, our giving nature, right? What's close to our heart, and how can we cultivate a bit of that passion in our life. So really good for these kinds of things. We'll notice it gives us energy, life force with the Sun here. Venus here, really good for relationships and connecting in this way. And Mars, asserting ourselves and taking action in this more expressive or playful or fun-loving kind of way with Leo. All right, but Mercury is finishing Cancer, so we'll start to feel that shift probably going into the weekend. So in a sense, there's a bit of water with this as well. Our minds has been very much in the more maybe past energy or reflective, or maybe thinking about things in terms of protection and creating a protective environment for ourselves and others. So still really good to think in this way and communicate in this more protective way with Mercury now finishing Cancer. All right, so that is the recap, but today we do have a slight minor lunar aspect. The moon will be squaring up to Pluto, the planet of empowerment. Nothing major, but if there is anything you can initiate or move forward or assert in a way that maybe faces some fears or breaks some patterns, or that you can practice more non-attachment with, because when we are non-attached, we are empowered, we are willing to change, and this is a really good way of working with the day, at least in terms of how we're feeling, or maybe just some theme about it with that minor aspect there. All right, and then going into tomorrow, we'll probably feel this the very later part of the day. Mercury is going to be trining Jupiter. So Mercury, the planet of our minds and communication, in really good synergy with expansive, free-spirited, adventurous, potentials, philosophical Jupiter. So really good for these things, broadening our perspective. We might just be maybe thinking about things a little bit more from a top-down perspective. It could be maybe optimistic or hopeful about some things. And it's good to challenge, integrate this, like incorporate this kind of energy into our life. So how can we bring in that abstract? How can we maybe, see these larger potentials and maybe move some of that stuff forward, right? And maybe discuss philosophies, discuss abstract ideas, since Mercury, of course, does rule communication as well. And it's usually just favors general things involving our mind and communication. Just because Jupiter is such a benefic planet, it is getting that harmonious aspect to these kinds of things, our thoughts, communication, and even our routine as well, going into tomorrow. All right, so I'll talk more about that. But today, most important thing is really the theme of Pisces, this receptive nature, having a bit more of this acceptance, and incorporating a bit of that into what is this implementation phase of the lunar cycle since last Thursday. All right, so everyone, have a fantastic day. Thank you again for all of your support with the channel, and I will see you all tomorrow for the daily forecast. Take care.